First thing that you can do to improve your Google Ads performance is you need to make sure that you're updating your landing page. Okay, in today's video, I'm going to give you 6 things that you can do today to actually improve your Google Ads performance. And if you're not familiar with Google Ads, later on, I'm going to talk about exactly what they are and what they do, but I want to get into the meat of this video as quickly as possible. So the first thing, like I said, is improving your landing page. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that the landing pages you're creating for your Google Ads are specifically targeted toward reaching a goal of that customer that lands on that page. You want them to submit a form, you want them to get more information, download a lead magnet, buy a product, whatever it is, but make sure you have a specific goal in mind. Make sure that the website page is mobile optimized, because nowadays Google, especially when people are searching for stuff, they just might do it on the phone. So make sure your web page is Google optimized or mobile optimized. And you want to make sure that it actually is a good looking website page. Here's the thing. A lot of times what happens is you'll create these landing pages. Maybe you have to do it in some sort of form builder, or maybe some sort of builder that's not necessarily your website builder, and it's kind of complicated. But you want the page to look like your website, and you also want it to look good, because if it doesn't look good, if it's not clear, if you don't have a clear headline, then what you're going to have is you're just going to have a bunch of people bounce. So you're paying for traffic or getting traffic, but you're not necessarily getting them to convert. Okay, if you're not familiar with me, my name is Michael Sipes. I'm here to help you with your Google Ads. Google Ads is what you spend money to show up at the top of Google whenever someone searches something, and it helps you stay ahead of your competition. One of the positive things about Google Ads is it can be very targeted regarding an audience, regarding a specific type of person that you serve. One of the negative things is it's very expensive. So in today's video, my goal here is to get you to get the biggest bang for your buck when spending money on Google Ads. Second thing that you need to make sure that you're doing to improve your Google Ads performance is making sure you're updating your negative keywords. And now the great thing about Google Ads is over time, what it's going to do is it's actually going to learn what traffic converts most. But the way that you can help this, especially if you're starting out with a new campaign, or maybe you have an older campaign that isn't as targeted, you can go into Google Ads, go into your negative keywords, and start marking off your negative keywords. And now what you need to understand is every single one of your Google Ads needs to be targeted at a specific person, at a specific problem. So make sure it's as targeted as possible, because what your goal is, you want to have that Google Ads targeted to a specific person so that you know what landing page you want them to land on. So make sure you're going into Google Ads at least once a month and checking on every single campaign and making sure you're not getting strangling keywords that don't even apply to what you are trying to do. So make sure you go into your Google Ads, update your negative keywords. Maybe you're thinking to yourself, hey, this is good information, but I'm totally lost when it comes to the Google Ads viewer. I've been there. I just don't know what I'm supposed to actually be doing to apply all these things. I don't know the first thing about updating Google Ads, or maybe you know a lot, but you just wanted someone to be a little bit more technical and actually optimize different campaigns. Well, you're in the right place. If you need help with that, you can reach out to me. I'll put something in the comment section or in the information box below. You can reach out to me. Love to help you out. Back to the video. And the third thing that you want to do when you're making sure your Google Ads is optimized is run a campaign based on your competitors. Now, the rationality and the purpose behind this is basically what happens is it will signal to Google, these are the people that you want to go after. So Google's AI behind the Google Ads platform will actually see this and use the keywords and targeting that your competitors are using on your other campaigns. Now, you want to make sure you clearly market as a competitor campaign, and it doesn't really have to be that complicated. It doesn't have to be that expensive. Just put your competitors in a campaign and run it against those competitors. And what you'll find is that your other campaigns actually perform better, because what Google sees is, oh, you're going after these people, and I can use that data in your other campaigns. Let's just say for shoes, and you go after, let's say you're Nike, you'll add a campaign for Adidas or Reebok, and then Google will realize, oh, these are the people that you're trying to convert. Okay, so I can add this to the other campaigns. So number 3 is run a campaign based on your competitors. And the fourth thing that you need to be doing in order to making sure your Google Ads is optimized, and this kind of seems like a really simple tip, But the tip is making sure you're running analytics and you're going through the analytics on your Google Ads constantly, making sure that you're not wasting money on specific ads. So what I see a lot is when we go into and we help someone with their Google Ads, we find that really no one has actually looked into the analytics of how often this is converting, how often this campaign is actually getting someone to buy a product. So what you want to do is you want to think of two things. First of all is customer lifetime value. So if you can track that customer from the time that they convert onto your website from an ad and how many things they buy and over a lifespan of time, this will give you the amount that you can basically spend on a customer in the long run. The second thing you need to be tracking is obviously ROAS. ROAS is one thing, it's return on ad spend. That's what it stands for. And you need to be thinking about what is someone that comes from Google, clicks on your Google Ads, converts, goes to your landing page, and how much do they actually spend. And this, oftentimes people get confused of customer lifetime value and then ROAS. What's the difference between those two? So customer lifetime value is the lifetime value of the customer. ROAS is usually the immediate spend of the customer once they go to your website. So what you want to do is you want to make sure your ROAS is as high as possible and your customer lifetime value is higher in the beginning and is consistent over their lifetime. You want to make sure that your customer lifetime value is consistent. You don't want them just to buy a lot and then fall off. You want them to be a customer for a long time. So make sure your LTV, or what people call the customer lifetime value, it's kind of a consistent purchase over time depending on the lifespan of your products, and make sure your ROAS is as high as possible. Okay, as I'm editing this video, I'm actually just noticing that I actually forgot to put in number 5. And number 5 is actually, making sure that your ads are converting into customers. A lot of times what people do is they'll set up the ads and they don't actually check to see if those ads are actually converting into customers. They're checking their KPIs. They're, hey, it looks like we're doing good. It looks like we're getting clicks, but are the clicks actually turning into customers? Make sure you're checking that out. All right, back to the video. And the sixth thing that you need to be doing to making sure your Google ads are as optimized as possible is what we like to call ad seasonality. So we deal a lot with B2B service companies. If you're B2B service companies, or maybe you're a B2B manufacturer, depending on where you serve, you might have different seasonality than if you're a B2C customer. So what do I mean by this is when you're looking at your Google Ads performance, sometimes you'll have higher months over years and years and years. And some months are always just better. You're always just getting more conversions. And this can be due to a couple different things, especially when you're in a B2C instance. It's very easy to say, usually around Christmas, you are going to want to spend more because people are looking to buy more. But when you're in a B2B situation, sometimes during the summer months, it can just be lower because more people are on vacation. Maybe during December, it's just lower. Beginning of January, you just have lower conversions just because less people are checking out what you're trying to sell. So think about seasonality when it comes to your ads, whether it's B2B or B2C. What we like to do is, especially when we're dealing with a European Google Ads service, is we need to be spending less depending on some months that countries take more vacation. So for instance, in France, a lot of them can take August off. So we just see a big dip off when it goes to Europe and Google Ad spending. So you need to be thinking about seasonality with your customers and adjusting your ad spend based on that. Because what you're going to do is Google's going to spend all your money when it comes to Google Ads. They just want to spend all your money. So what you need to do is limit the money that Google could spend and then add more money when those months are higher on seasonality and you can get higher, or not necessarily higher, but more conversions because more people are searching for it. So, okay, these are the 6 things that you can do to optimize your Google Ads performance. Maybe none of them necessarily broke your brain on how to actually optimize your Google Ads, but if you consistently do these things and making sure you're checking your analytics, you're going through every single one of these, you're updating your landing page to be actually relevant to the customer that's landing on it, you will see a steady increase in performance in your conversions, and you will also see a decrease in your bounce rates on your landing pages and on your Google Ads. So give it a try. Which one did you see as the most valuable? Please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Out.